All right, we're going to walk you through how to charge your batteries for the drones this year using our new charging equipment. So one thing to keep in mind is don't plug anything in on your end until you've seen where I plug it in on here. And once you see the way that I'm doing it, go ahead and you can follow along and do it step by step on yours. All right, so these pieces are going to be in different things in your bin that your technician brought out. So before you get started, just make sure you've got each one of these pieces. This is our parallel board. Here's our charging board. Battery, this will be in a separate box from all the other things. This is a connection wire to go from our parallel board to our charging board. And then we've got our AC adapter. Go ahead and plug in this AC adapter if it's not already plugged in. As always, if there's anything missing or you've got a problem with something, remember you can log into Skyward and put a request into your technician to come out and help you out with that. Whether it's an issue that you have with not having enough parts, or if something goes wrong, or whatever the case might be. All right, we're gonna go with the parallel board, plugging into our charger. There's a red input and a red cable. You're gonna plug that in now. Once you plug this in, you shouldn't have any reason to unplug this. If you do unplug these and you touch these metal ends, you might see some sparks fly, and that's not a good thing. You want to just plug it in and leave it plugged in. Notice this is not plugged into power. We're not going to plug this into power until everything is in place. All right, I'm going to take our charging board now, plug that in. There's only one way to plug that in. Connection cable now, this piece. Plug this into the parallel board. You're going to see where some notches are there, and the notches and then the grooves there. So match those up. The other end of this is going to go into our charging board. And we are charging 3S batteries, so we're going to plug this into the 3S portion of our charging board. Again, once you have all of this plugged in and set this way, you're not going to be unplugging this anymore. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. Remember, this is not plugged into the wall yet. I'm going to go ahead and also plug in a battery. So you're going to notice there's some yellow ports down the middle of this, and then there's some 1S, 2S, 3S ports on the sides. We're going to plug both parts of the battery cables in. These are 3S batteries. We're going to plug into the 3S spot. It already lit up. Even though this is not plugged into the wall, this already has a charge flowing through it from what's on the battery already. So once you've got it plugged into one of these on the side, you can plug in the middle. You're going to notice the design there. It only goes one way. All right, so that's plugged in now. All right, at this point, if I can get somebody to plug this into power, this is going to light up. All right, now we got to make sure we get on the right setting here. Right now you can see that it says LiPo charge. That's not where we want to be. We want to be at LiPo balanced. So to change this button here changes that to LiPo balance. Now on yours, it's probably not going to say LiPo balance 1.0 amp. The 1.0 amp can be changed here. All I did is push this far right, and I can change these by 1/10 of an amp in either direction, but I want it to be 1.0 amp. I'm going to go over here. If this is not set for 3S, you can see that 3S is the setting right now. You can cycle through, see there's 2S. We're not charging 2S batteries, we're charging 3S batteries. So once we get it at 3S, we confirm that. And at this point, this is set to go. One thing that you need to remember is do not set this to charge and then just walk away. If you walk away, these can get overcharged, and that's bad news. So when this finishes charging, you're going to hear some chirping noises, some kind of a alarm type sound that's going to go off to say, hey, these are done charging. And these should run, it should give you a audible signal to say that they're all finished. So right now I'm only charging one battery. I'm going to kind of show you what you can do with these. One thing you need to keep in mind when you're unplugging your batteries, remember, we're not unplugging anything else besides batteries once we get this all assembled. But when you do unplug, you're going to unplug by pulling on not the cables, not the wires, but the end points. So I'm going to grab this by that yellow part and kind of wiggle until it comes out. Okay, I did not pull on the red or the black wires. I pulled on the yellow tip. Same for this. I'm not going to pull on the black, yellow, blue, or red. I'm going to pull on that white end, and now I have the battery out. Now if I want to charge on one of these other bays here, I'm going to plug in, remember, to the 3S, and I can go into any of those in the middle. I would recommend kind of alternating, you know, plug in one on the right and then one at the top, one on the left, one here, just because these leads are not all that long. So once you know that, you should have everything you need. Again, if something's missing or something goes wrong, or you can't make something work the way that I've made it work on the video, please don't hesitate to log into Skyward and make a request for your technician to come out and give you some support on this. Thanks very much for watching.